Hey guys, what's going on? It's Sorrowfan here, and as you guys can see, I am on the brand new Hayato class. As you guys know, they got revamped today. Hayato's along with Kana's have gotten revamped today in MapleStory, and I just spent the last 30 minutes or so, probably even longer than that, testing out all the new skills and looking at them and all that kind of stuff. And I have some mixed feelings about the class, I'll be honest. With all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and check it out. This video may be lengthy. I'll probably have some timestamps in there for you guys to skip to or whatnot. But let's go ahead and start things off with the beginner tab. Now the very first thing I went to was to see whether or not their link skill has been increased from a maximum level of 1, and to show you guys, no, it has not. I was very disappointed to see this because every other link skill in the game, aside from maybe one other one, has a max level of at least 2, and I was really hoping to see this one have a max level of at least 2, but it looks like they either haven't added it yet or they don't plan on adding it. So as you guys can see, it says master level 1, and so it's still the same old link skill that it is. Probably one of the worst link skills in comparison to all of the other ones. So yeah, it's only 5 weapon attack and 10 all stat. There's many other link skills that are more valuable than that. So yeah, that was the first thing I looked at. And when I was looking at that, I also noticed quick draw. I believe this was a first job skill before, but now it's a beginner job skill and it does not have a description. I really wish it did. Like underneath current level 1, I wish it had, the text that you would normally see there, such as this, to see, how much damage or whatnot it does. But instead of seeing it over here, I realized you have to go over here, and we'll get into that in a little bit. So you do have your second stance. It's pretty much 2 different statuses or stances now. So as I'm going along through the skills, you guys will know, if you guys watch my Dawn Warrior video, or if you guys have a Dawn Warrior of your own, that I feel like Nexon was trying to head in that direction with the Hayato class, and they were trying to give them 2 stances, not necessarily day and night or sun and moon, but rather just Bojutsu and regular normal stance. So yeah, let's take a look at the skills, right? So Sanrenzen is still the same thing. Yeah, just looks like this. So I'll go ahead and put it on so you guys could see. So you still have to click it 3 times. If you hold it down, however, it will now do all 3 animations. Actually, even in the old Hayato, it would still do all 3 animations if you held it down. You still got Surging Blade. I'll go ahead and show you guys that. So it still has 4 presses. So like that. Well, after the 4th press, you will be delayed. However, the skill feels to me like it moves much slower. However, over a wider spread of the map. So because the reason why I know this or feel this way is because before, getting it to do only 3 precisely was very difficult, but now it's very simple to do, as getting 3 would be the fastest way to move as a Hayato. See, you could just do that. If you time it properly, you could just keep going. So yeah, so it feels like it's a bit slower of a skill compared to before, but it moves over a wider spread of the map, so it's pretty much the same. However, it is better this way because you get to, yeah, hit it on that third strike every time, if you guys want to use that for mobility purposes. Next up, you got Center Key. It's pretty much the same skill as before, the regular bonuses that you get in every class. You got, so let me read it now, Batu Jutsu. So we're just gonna call that Bat Jutsu or Bajutsu just for short, because that's a heck of a name. So Bajutsu Leap is pretty much the Hayato flash jump, and let's go ahead and take a look at it first. So it is a triple or double flash jump, whatever you want to call it. As you can see, I'm flash jumping twice in the air, but it's really a bit slow-mo to me. It might not look like it on screen or on camera, but when you're actually using it, it feels a bit wonky, like not as fluent as some of the other flash jumps in the game. And I understand it is a warrior flash jump, but at the same time, it's almost like it's not worth using, because it is a bit slow. It feels that way anyway, at least to me. Let me know what you guys think if you have Hayato and you're trying out the flash jump. Maybe it's just me, but it feels a bit slow, and it doesn't go nearly as far as some of the other flash jumps in the game. As you can see, if you do get it to hit that 3rd one, it doesn't really push you all that extra further, so it's not that good of a flash jump in my opinion. But maybe you guys will like it. Let me know what you guys think. I always thought Hayato's didn't need a flash jump because of all the mobility they could do from skills like that. You could do that pretty fast and it'll push you a good distance. That's like 3 flash jumps right there in less the time. So I don't know. I'm not really feeling the flash jump, but hey, it's a good alternative if you just want to spam the jump button to get around. Next you have Sorrowfan. It's still the same skill that it was before. However, I think it was second job before. I really slipped up, guys. I apologize because I was supposed to make a before and after video showing Hayato skills beforehand and my Hayato versing a boss, and then show it after. But I've been super busy lately, so I didn't get to do that. And I was even caught off guard by the Hayato revamp actually today. But yeah, I believe this was a second job skill before, but now it's obviously first job, and it is just the tornado skill like that. I'll go ahead and use it down here for you guys. So that's pretty much how it looks. The numbers just pop up instantly and it does all the same damage. I just noticed that the damage is super stable. Let me see one more time. Yeah, it's a bit like creepy almost. Seeing 4 of the exact same number is pretty crazy. So anyway, that was Sorrowfan. Next we got Bajutsu Advance. Now this skill is really weird. I really don't know what Nexon was trying to do with this skill. I feel like it's supposed to be like just a big ass combo, but when you're actually using it, it's like, okay, when the hell am I ever gonna use this combo? Because you literally end up flying all over the place and it's just really weird. To show you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on, and to be honest, I'm not entirely sure of, just to give you guys a quick read of description. If you guys want, pause it here while you guys can, but I'm moving on. So it's really weird. I'm not entirely sure how to use this whole combo correct, but as you guys could read in there, it says it'll only the learned skills will activate. So it's a 8-step skill essentially. So it says 8 stages of attack during the time limit, and you'll see a little time limit here once you use the skill. It's really weird. Just take a look at it. Okay, so I press the skill once and it does that. You'll see a time limit go up there in the corner, and so now I could, you see, I don't understand why it does that. I tap the first part for it, but it doesn't go. So I'm just going to try and do it all in one go. And you see, it screwed up again on the second part. I don't know if the skill is glitched or what, but eventually you do get to go through all of them, but you really have to tap it really slow. So I'll show you guys again, tapping slow. Yeah, so that's the full combo. That's the full 8-hit combo. Once you have fourth job and have all the skills unlocked, that's pretty much the full combo you would do. I was hoping you guys, I was trying to tap my shift button loud enough so you guys could hear the tempo that I tap at in order to execute that 8-step combo essentially. It's really weird. I'm not entirely sure what they're trying to do with this, because as you guys saw, it does a bunch of random stuff. It'd be cool if it was a confined combo that maybe you could use to train or something, but I don't know. You guys let me know. I'll do it again. Okay, I fucked up. It's not my fault. This thing is just really weird, so we're gonna go ahead and do it again. Okay, I guess not. I think I'm tapping a little bit too fast, so let's see if we could get it. I'll try and put my mic closer to it. So I mean, what does that really do, right? It doesn't seem like it's a skill that's ever worth it. I don't know, and it's a first job skill, so I'm not really sure what they're trying to go for here. But I mean, I guess it's something you can mess around with. Trick your friends saying, "Oh, look at this crazy combo I could do, linking all of Hayato's skills together." I mean, that's pretty much the only thing you could really do with that skill. So that's Bajutsu Advance. If I'm doing something wrong with the skill, please let me know, because maybe I'm not doing the skill justice. But anyway, moving on to second job, you do have the upgraded version of this. Spoiler alert, you get this in every job advance, just like before. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Exact same thing, however, it's just a little bit of increased range. The thing I really don't like that they did with this skill is they made it all the same color for all 4 job advancements, and in my opinion that's horrible. It looked way better pre-revamp, how it changed color every time you job advanced, but now it's just all blue, so it's pretty annoying. and it just takes away, you know, from that feeling of yourself actually advancing, because at first glance you won't be able to realize this is a bit of a further range. You're not going to realize that. You're going to be like, what the fuck? And then even when you try and put this one on, or if you try, like say you have this number 1 on, but you're trying to put number 2 on, they look the exact same. So you're like, did I put it on? Did I put it on yet? Okay, yeah, this is the right one. So you know what I mean? Like before they had different color icons and the skill was actually a different color, but now they took that away and they made it really bland. And I really wish they didn't change that, because the thing is, why change something if it's already good? If it's already good the way it is, right? That's what I always think. But hey, Nexon has different logic than me, and I don't work for them, so I can't tell them otherwise. But otherwise, you got military might, same skill as far as I can see. It gives 15. I was gonna say AD, but it gives 15 damage, like attack, weapon attack, and 20 speed, 10 jump. You know, you get the drill. And the buff looks like this. Pretty cool buff animation, pretty simple. You got Vapor Blade, the freaking annoying ass skill. I know you Hayatos out there know it when you're trying to, you know, go in a portal and you're spamming up and fuck, I jumped. Spam up again, fuck, I jumped again. So it's really annoying. I wish they made it in a way so that it won't interfere with you going in portals. You know, whether it's having to press, like, you know, up and then up, like waiting a little bit or whatever, or maybe up and then alt and like your jump button and up, like Cygnus's up jump. That would be so much better. I wish Nexon did that, because now it's gonna bother me again when I'm trying to go in portals. But either way, that's that skill. So it's just, yeah, you can see the percentages there. You got your katana booster, pretty nice. Something I also forgot to mention real quick. Master of Blades, I'm not sure if it always gave 75% katana mastery, but it does now. So I can't remember if it was always 75%, but you still have this skill as well. And so yeah, this skill, it's a little bit different, and I'll show you guys that afterwards. So continuing on, we have Unfaltering Blade. It's a nice passive, giving you that min-max crit. Rising Slash is a new skill. I actually like the skill quite a bit, simply because of the animation and its utility purposes. As you can see, it can hit quite high, so it's nice, especially since it's third job, and you know third job is that prime time for Romeo and Juliet PQ. I feel like this would be able to hit the top and bottom platform, especially since you could jump with it, and even if you do jump and use it, I feel like it'd still be able to hit the bottom platform as well. So you'd be hitting both platforms with this simple motion, and it'd just be amazing for Romeo and Juliet PQ grinding. Something I did not have the luxury of doing when my Hayato was third job, but all you Hayatos nowadays get it easy. So that's Rising Slash, pretty cool skill. And yeah, Falcon Dive, no longer a fourth job skill. They realized that nobody uses this skill, and it's in fact worthy of a second job skill as opposed to a fourth job skill. Go ahead and show you guys it. It does the same thing essentially. I can't picture too many people using the skill. However, what I did realize is you can use it to get, you know, extra higher up on a platform. So you're trying to get on that platform up there. As you guys can see, if I do this, I can't get up there. However, if I do this and then this, boom, magic. So I was just messing around with it, and I realized, you know, this could be used to get off the screen for a moment if you're sick and tired of your character. Otherwise, as you can see, you get bounced down. But like I said, so not too much, you know, with this skill. You could just, you know, trick the mobs. Hey, I'm going down. No, I'm not. Okay. Alright, so yeah, pretty cool skill. I mean, I really like all their skills, but you know, Falcon Dive's just, I don't know. If you guys are going to be using it for something on your Hayato, let me know what you're going to use it for. You're going to use it for the method I just showed you, as, you know, something to get higher on a higher platform or whatever, or if you're just going to not even touch the skill post second job at all. Alright, so next up you have Fu Senrenzen. So yeah, same jig, you know. Let's go ahead and show you guys. So it goes even further this time, and yeah, still blue though. So yeah, it doesn't even look different. Next you got Sweeping Sword, a skill I've always been a fan of. Sorry if I didn't show you guys percents properly. Pause it if you want. So Sweeping Sword, a skill I always loved, but really just there's no real reason to use this skill other than to, like, I don't know, see where a boss is. Say you're fighting Magnus, or rather Seavel, and you don't know where he is. You're gonna use this, make your screen go to the side a bit. I don't know, I'm just pulling out ways that to make these skills you know, be useful. That was actually pretty cool though, because you can use it while you're jumping, so could be used as a platform grabber to attack mobs as well. But again, you know, I don't know, I'd probably use this skill to scope out what a boss is doing, because it does push your screen to the side a bit. But yeah, skill I always loved, but you know, not the greatest obviously. Whirlwind Cut, one of the skills I use all the time. So yeah, pretty cool. I believe this is my Whirlwind Cut. Yep, this is Whirlwind Cut. I always use it in conjunction with this. But yeah, that's Whirlwind Cut. Willow Dodge, you know, same passive evasion thing. Pretty cool. Attack boost chance 90%. You get 6% damage. And yeah, stacks 5 times. Merciless Blade, your DOT damage over time. Warrior's Heart, you know, some good lifesteal or HP regen kind of on hit method. And then Dankusen is a skill I was just showing you, which is this one that brings you forward, attacking the enemy 4 times. So yeah, again, you could do this, yeah. Alright, so that's third job for you guys. Moving on to fourth job, Raisan Rezen. This used to be either red, the icon used to be red for it, and the actual skill I think was yellow or red, or both. So yeah, this is it. Can't really tell the difference. Again, I wish they changed the colors or kept it how it used to be. Shinsoku, good old Shinsoku got an amazing revamp. You can now use the skill while moving and jumping. However, your speed does get cut significantly, and we'll touch on this very soon in conjunction with Shinsoku, because you can't use this skill while in your normal stance. I have it on control right now, as you can see. This skill cannot be used in your current stance, so we'll touch base on that real soon. But I want to do everything at once, so we're gonna move on to Hitokiri Strike, and this skill is pretty much the same. If anything, the cooldown got a little bit increased. I think it was a minute before, but I'm not entirely sure. And the percentage probably got tweaked down just a little bit. But yeah, so this skill is pretty much the same. I'll go ahead and show you guys that. Still an awesome skill. It pretty much binds the mob that you're attacking for a brief moment. So it's pretty cool. Iron Skin, your abnormal status resist, you know, still the same old skill. However, it does last longer now, I think. Before it only lasted like 100 seconds, which was freaking absurdly ridiculous. But now it lasts a good old 3 minutes. So Jinsoku, your whole dodge thingy. Cleaver, passive PDR with damage, extra damage, can't go wrong with that. So yeah, and then you have Maple Warrior, which looks like this. That's funny. Alright, see if I can show you guys Jinsoku. There we go. So Jinsoku just triggered there. Alright. This is your Maple Hero? Hero's Will. This is Hero's Will essentially, where you cure any abnormal status, including seduce and all that good stuff. So yeah. Eye for an eye. Do you have to use it at the right time? That'd be ridiculous if they expected you to use it at the right time, wouldn't it? I'm dodging everything. Like, could I get hit? Please? Okay, I got hit and it didn't do anything, so I'm not sure how to use this skill, to be honest, guys. It is a buff, I know that. And because it's a buff, we're gonna put it on. Alright, so I think you're gonna have to use it at the right time. So let me see right quick. Nope, I tried and it didn't do anything. Alright guys, that's eye for an eye for you. if you guys know how to use it, I'm going to be testing it out more after I'm finished this video. But if you guys figure it out before me, which I doubt because I'm going to be testing it right after, but still, leave it in the comment section below. And yeah, so that's eye for an eye. Bloodletter is your enhanced damage over time skill, stacked upon Merciless Blade. Rather replaces it actually. Tornado Blade, which is still, you know, pretty good skill. But yeah, it has a cooldown just like before. And as you can see, this doesn't say anything about a cooldown. But yet it still has a cooldown. I can't spam it. As you can see, well, you guys probably can't see because my overlay, but it's saying you may not use this skill yet. So I've been spamming it the whole time, and I was finally able to use it again. So that's Tornado Blade. It doesn't say it has a cooldown, but it friggin' does. So GG. Sudden Strike is the final hit of the 8th stage combo, whatever the hell you want to call it, Bujutsu Advance, and it's a pretty crappy skill on its own. I mean, I guess you'd use it to debuff a boss, but other than that, I feel like this skill is useless, although it does look pretty cool. So we're gonna go ahead and use it on its own. Let's go ahead and put it. Alright. So there you go. That's how the skill looks. And it has about a 2 or 3 second cooldown. So yeah, it's pretty... I don't know what Nexon's trying to do with the whole, you know, 8 combo thingy. But anyway, let's take a look at your stances now. So as you can see, it says current status normal stance, and it shows you that when in normal stance you get 5 sword energy upon defeating a monster. And as you can see, you need a total of 1,000 for this thing to be maxed. And then it shows your acquired bonuses. This is for normal stance. And now once we change stance, and again, this is the stance quick draw, so you're going to want to assign this to a key. I have it set to A button, so I'm going to press A, and look, it took away 150, but it doesn't say that it takes away anything. So Nexon really has to fix this, because, you know, come on, we should know this. So it took away 150, and now look, it says quick draw stance as opposed to normal stance, which is what we were in before. So when you're in this stance, you only get 2 sword energy as opposed to 5, so that's something you want to note. You get boss attack. I'm assuming they mean percentage. You get +1 attack speed. You chance to stun, extra critical rate. As you can see, my crit rate is now 50%, which is like the old stance. It gave you crit rate and stuff like that. And yeah, it damages the enemies around you for 225%. So I mean, it's pretty weird. And now this is where the whole Dawn Warrior aspect comes into play. So as you can see, the skill changed, right? And a few of their skills changed. So when you're in this stance, your main attacking skill looks like this. It's super fast, but it only attacks 1 mob. So this is pretty much your bossing stance. Let's just call it boss stance. And the description right here is max enemies hit 1, number of attacks 5, and it shows you percentage. And also something to quickly note, guys, when you're in this stance, you cannot flash jump. I'm trying right now and you can't flash jump. So yeah, that's I don't know why they did that, but I don't know, it's just dumb. But either way, their flash jump is not that good. So Bojutsu Dash, which is a super cool skill. Let's get a better look at this bad boy. This skill looks really cool, and I guess this is gonna be like kind of your replacement for flash jump, or like, I don't know, you could do this. Whoops. Okay, it doesn't link as well as I thought it would, but yeah, you can use it in the air. Not after using that skill. So you know, Hayato's a class you want to mess around with, see what you could do, see what you can link together and stuff like that. So you just want to look through all the skills, see if anything's changed, any icon. And this one, it's gonna look the same as first job, exact same actually. I don't even think it goes further, to be honest. So yeah, it just looks the exact same. So everything else is the same. See, like I couldn't even tell if I put the third one on. I had to hover over it. So yeah, I don't think it got further, did it? I don't know. Everything else is the same here. Let's go ahead and use this buff. Okay, so we're just using that buff for fun. And now we're going to use the fourth job one of this. So as you can see, you know, I don't think it's going further. Maybe if it hits further behind, because it hits both ways it looks like. But at the end of the day, you can only hit one mob with it. So, but it attacks super fast. I'll use booster with it. So it's super fast. It's probably your one-on-one bossing skill. 680%, man. You can't go wrong with that. That's super easy to cap with. I think that's boomerang stab damage, man. That's really friggin' high. It's really good to see Hayato with these numbers, man, because before this revamp they were so lacking in their numbers, and so now you can do 5 quick hits of 680% damage. That's better than boomerang steps, so that's kind of a big shot at shadowers in a way. But anyway, you have Shinsoku, which again you can only use while you're in your stance form, your quick draw stance, whatever the hell they want to call it. So go ahead and do that. So this one looks cool. It's pretty much like they took away the color from your mobbing skill and gave it to Shinsoku, because before Shinsoku was blue and your mobbing skill was like reddish. So you could only hold it for a certain amount of time. I don't know if you guys want to do the, you know, count the time, but it's gonna stop soon. There we go. So I held it for the max amount of time. So this skill hits 3 times extremely fast. Actually, it only hits 2 times extremely fast. As you can see, it says number of attacks 2, but because of the hyper skill right here, it gives it an extra attack, which I think is pretty damn strong. It all depends on how fast exactly this is attacking. Don't worry, we're gonna fight a boss real quick after this, just to see how fast it's attacking. Since these mobs die in one hit, it's not a good example. So yeah, that's pretty much all the regular skills. Everything you guys really need to know. I tried to point out everything that I was able to discover, and another thing that I want to point out is that you don't have enough SP in 4th job to max every single skill. This one, Tornado Blade or Akatsuki Blossoms are not going to be maxed. I'm personally gonna max this skill. I lied. I'm personally gonna max this skill because, you know, it's only a 5-minute cooldown now, or 6-minute cooldown as opposed to a 10-minute cooldown. Whereas this skill, man, it has a cooldown. I'd only max it if the Bojutsu Advance was a useful, you know, combo skill, but it's not. So I'm not gonna max this out. Plus, this skill has a cooldown, so whatever. All right, so moving on to the hyper skills. Obviously, these are the same for every class. The passives, got 3 Shinsoku passives right here, and then you have Sudden Strike passive, Sudden Strike passive, Sudden Strike passive. I really feel like these are a waste of hyper skill points because Sudden Strike is a horrible skill on its own. It's only good if you use it with Bojutsu Advance, which sucks. So I don't know. I wouldn't put any points into those, and you only have 2 Hitokiri Strike passives. You know, I don't know if I'm counting wrong or what, but I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be 9 passives available, but this class seems to only have 8. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I don't know where the hell the 9th one is, or if there's only 8 available in every other class, but that shit was tripping me out when I first noticed. So I don't know. But for reference for you guys, I'm gonna be putting up Shinsoku Reinforce, Shinsoku Extra Strike, Hitokiri Strike cooldown, and I think we have one more, so I'm probably going to be putting that into, depends on how funded you are, whether to put it in Shinsoku Boss Reinforce if you need that extra boss damage, or you could just throw it into Hitokiri Strike, number of attacks +1, because you're going to have no cooldown on the skill anyway, so you can spam that bad boy, get an extra hit in every single time you do. And so I'm probably personally going to be maxing out these 2, along with this one and this one. So that's what I'm going to do. You guys could do the same if you guys agree with my logic. And now it's time for the actives. So first we're going to use the 150 hyperactive, which is a simple buff for 30 seconds. However, it only has a 1.5-minute cooldown. So we'll go ahead and keep that stat open. Use it. That's the animation for it. and status resistance 110%, although you only need 100%. The skill gives you 100% anyway, so it's pretty cool, you know. And again, you guys can jump while using the skill. Oh, another cool thing to point out to you guys. Is that you can down jump while using it. So that is a plus. That is a pretty nice plus. Alright. So hyper skill, time for Falcon's Honor. You guys can read it right there. Only an 8-second cooldown. I'm gonna go ahead and use it. So there you go. There you go. We'll go ahead and use it one more time, because the cooldown's so short, so why not? Nice juicy mob. Good night. Alright, so the final thing we have to do, and the final thing I have to point out to you guys, is this skill. I'm sure you guys have noticed it. Actually, you guys didn't notice it because you guys can't see my skill layout over there. But yeah, Hitokiri 100 Strike. So depending on which stance you're in, this skill will change. So I'm gonna change right now. You guys can see this right here, and then let's change real quick. And so as you can see, the numbers did not change at all. So really, it's just like which one you'd prefer to use. So yeah, whichever stance you're in, pretty much, I guess you would use that one, right? So let's go ahead, charge up our bar. Let's go ahead and charge it up. We're gonna lose it all anyway though. I'm gonna cut the camera and I'll be back, guys, when I have this fully charged up. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so I found out a really fast way to charge up your blade while this event's going on. You could just wail away at this frog and you can see that blade charge up super fast. Yeah, I'm smart. So now that we're charged up, let's head back out here and let us see how this skill looks in its new form. I won't be showing the old one because we already know how that looks. So I'm only going to be showing this one just to show you guys the new one, how it looks. So let's see. That is pretty sick. That is a very sick skill. I love how it looks, to be honest. I actually like this one way better than the other one, and it looks like we still have 200 stance left, so that's pretty cool. Pretty dope. I like it. And yeah. So now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 bosses now. You guys can skip through it. You guys can skip through this part. Watch it if you want. I'm gonna show you guys Zakum and Hilla, just to give you guys a good idea of how this goes. So yeah, let's go ahead and see how that goes.